Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing the Fountain of Youth series, part 2, second day. First day was last Friday, so if you didn't catch that, you can go back and watch that one. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Christine Garrison. I am a health coach. I own Small Steps Coaching, and I help midlife women take small steps in their health so that they can feel younger as they get older. So, what I'm going to dive into today is the second day of the Fountain of Youth. And if you missed it on Friday, you're like, what is the Fountain of Youth? Please tell me now. I will. I won't make you go back and watch last Friday. The Fountain of Youth is exercise. Yay. So I will be talking about that today. Specifically, actually, what I'm discussing specifically is interval training, which is a type of exercise. You may or may have not have heard of interval training. Maybe you've heard of it, but you've never actually done it. You don't really know a whole lot about it. That's what I'm trying to bring to everyone's awareness, the benefits of it, why you should do it, and how to do it easily. And I do have a download thing that you can do. I figured out how to get it on the computer. So let me walk you through it real quick. It's a little clunky. It's my first time doing it. I don't know. I might have to do it a different way next time. But so there should be a link up above, and I might put a link down below in the comments if I need to. You click the link, you fill out a form with your name and email. It sends you a thing that says, thank you. Go back to your next page. You go back to the next page. An email will come that will ask you, do you want to subscribe to this list? You need to say yes. And then the second email will come that will say, hello. Thank you for coming to get my free download. And it will be in that. That's where the download will be. So it's in the second email. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. And next time I'm going to try to have it be a little bit more smooth. But it was my first time trying it, so it was what I could do. So let's just jump in for today, interval training techniques. Before I get started, anytime you start any new exercise, always a good idea to check with your doctor first, especially if you haven't been exercising. Just get the go-ahead that, yeah, it's okay for you to exercise. If you have been exercising for a while, this is just a new kind of training technique to incorporate, okay? What I want to discuss, I think the two biggest things with interval training is intensity and ratios. So let's start with intensity. And if you're not familiar with what interval training is, I'll give you an example. So like when you are out for a walk, or if you're walking on a treadmill, let's say, you set the treadmill to 3 miles per hour or 4 miles per hour, something like that. That's continuous, right? Or if you're on an elliptical, if you set it to a certain miles per hour or reps per minute type of a thing, that's continuous. That just keeps the same pace the whole time. Interval training is when you go up in intensity and you go back down in intensity, and you go up in intensity and down in intensity. That's interval training. A great real life example of interval training is soccer. If you've ever watched, or basketball too, if you've ever watched a soccer game, they run super fast after the ball, and then the ball goes away, and then they're just kind of walking around, waiting, it's at a much easier pace, and then they run as super fast as they can. That's interval training. It's the highs and the lows. And this is something that anybody, any fitness level can do with some modifications. And the modifications comes in intensity level. So let's put you back on that treadmill as a beginning exerciser, and you're walking at 3 miles per hour on that treadmill. And let's say at 3 miles per hour, that's a pretty easy pace for you. How do you know it's an easy pace? Let's say you're able to, like if somebody asked you to sing, you could sing. Or maybe you're watching a TV show and a theme song comes on and you can sing along to the theme song of the show. That's an easy pace. Now, if you were to kick it up to a more moderate level of intensity, a moderate level of intensity is you cannot sing, but you can talk comfortably. So if you're walking and someone's next to you on another treadmill or on the elliptical, you can have a conversation with that person comfortably, right? So that's moderate level of intensity. Now, so if you're a beginner, you might just go from easy to moderate, and just have your intervals in that space or that realm. But if you've been exercising for a while and you're used to a moderate level of intensity, like, no, I generally can't sing when I'm working out, but I can have a little bit of a conversation with the person next to me is okay. Maybe you want to go from moderate to vigorous. Vigorous intensity level is you cannot talk comfortably. And you're responding, if somebody asks you a question, you're just like, yes, no. You can say yes or no, and that's about all you want to say. You're not going in for a long, deep-hearted conversation at a vigorous level of intensity. So you don't need I have no fancy watches, see? I don't have an Apple Watch. I have a Fitbit somewhere, but I don't remember where it is, and I don't really wear it. So you don't need any of that stuff to do any of this or figure any of it out. Just go by how you feel. Easy level, you can sing. Moderate level, you can talk comfortably but not sing. Vigorous level, you're like, yes, no, that's all I want to say. So interval training, all you do is play around with those different levels. And on the free download thing, if you want to get it, I give examples of a 1-minute exercise routine, a 30-minute routine, a 15-minute routine, even a 4-minute Tabata training routine. All of those can be used either as a beginner or as a more advanced exercise because it just depends on your intensity level. So for example, I have a 1-hour routine. Let's say I like walking for an hour. I do an hour walk every day. I don't want it to do less than an hour. I enjoy my 1-hour decompression, stress relieving walk. Great, keep your 1-hour walk. You could incorporate interval training by walking at your normal pace for 3 minutes, and then you could try to pick up the pace a bit for 3 minutes, and then go back to your normal pace for 3 minutes and alternate. Again, you get a lot of benefit from interval training. You can either, if you don't have a lot of time to exercise, you can condense all your benefits into a shorter amount of time. But if you want to keep your hour workout or your hour walk because you enjoy it, you can still do interval training. You will actually get more benefit by incorporating interval training into that hour. So just something you can play around with. Excuse me. On the handout, I also cover, let me get a drink. I'm getting a little hoarse here. Pardon me. Sorry, this is live. Not going to be able to edit this out later. Oh well. You can play around with 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy. You could do 30 seconds hard, 1 minute easy. There is no one way to do interval training. You can really play around with it entirely. It's up to you. And you don't even have to keep track of the time. You do not have to time it. If you are out for a walk in your neighborhood, you can decide, okay, I've been going at a constant pace this whole time. I'm going to kick it up a notch until I get to that mailbox I see. I don't know, you see mailboxes in neighborhoods anymore. Now that I think about it, I can't really think that I do. But let's say there's a mailbox in your neighborhood. I'm going to walk super, super fast till I get to that mailbox, and then I'm going to go back to my easy pace again. That's interval training. You don't need to keep track of the minutes. You just go a little bit harder, back off a little bit. Go a little bit harder, back off a bit. So hopefully that makes it very easy, accessible, easy to understand how to incorporate the interval training. Whether you're a beginner or a more advanced exerciser, it's a great technique to throw in the mix. And generally, if you're doing really hard interval training, you probably only want to do it maybe 1 to a max of 3 times per week. This isn't something you would do every single time you exercise. You can have a day where you just keep it continuous the whole time. You set the treadmill to 3 miles per hour or 4 miles per hour, and you keep it steady. That's fine. You want to throw your body lots of different variations out there. Keep it guessing, like it doesn't know what's coming next. That's the best thing for exercise. So please try to give a download. Try to click on the link, and hopefully it downloads. If it doesn't, send me an email or comment in below and say, hey, I didn't get the download, and I'll try to fix it. I'm going to come back tomorrow and discuss a combination strength and cardio training, interval training that you can do in 20 minutes. So if you don't have a lot of time, this is a way to kind of, again, most bang for your exercise buck in a shorter amount of time. And then Friday, I plan to discuss some of the more of the benefits of interval training, including, how many calories does it burn and fat loss and all that kind of good stuff. So hopefully this was some information maybe you didn't know or helped explain interval training to you. Please try to download it. I want somebody to try to download it so I know that it works for somebody besides me. So, all right, thanks for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.